what is sin exactly? Like,
it's missing the mark.
Yeah.
It's at its most basic definition, it's just missing the mark. And that mark is what your flesh is what your flesh is wanting to do, what goes against God.
so like, if we're being honest, so like, I mean, sinning is fun though, right? So like,
100%.
like at the end of the day, like, I mean, God made sex. It is a, I don't know. I keep using that as my example of sin, but there's so many sins that like are enjoyable. There's a reason why we do them. You know what I mean? There's a reason why I think procrastination is a sin. There's a reason why
it's fun. Like, they're fun. They're so much fun.
They are.
They really are. For the moment.
So what do we say to that person, right? So it's like, yo, okay, look, I believe, I get it, you know what I mean? But I'm struggling with like not doing these things, and like, to be honest, I'm having fun. Like, I'm good at this. It seems to be working for me.
Right. Okay. How about this?
I'm hitting the clubs, you know what I mean? The girls, I'm leaving with the girls, you know what I mean? I'm outside, you know what I mean? I'm doing well. At least it seems that way.
After you understand what sin is, understand that it leads to death.
Yeah.
Literally. Every time.
Yeah.
It doesn't miss.
Yeah.
Every time. Fighting that, going against that, actually gives you life. Like, actually gives you, of course, not only something more to live for, but it extends your life to not sin. Now, nobody's perfect, and I fall short every day. I have to say, all right, Lord, I'm back here because I'm sinning again.
Yeah.
But just hopping in a Ferrari and going down Sin Boulevard.
Yeah.
And just blasting. Yo, that's a death road.
Another thing too is fun. I think fun, like, sometimes is only put in the bucket of like these, sin, and it's like, bro, like, God made fun too. You know what I mean? Like,
God ain't some bored dude. Like,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like if we not sinning, it don't mean like, yo, we living like monks. We out here dumb bored in the Bible every day. It's actually what I think. Like he died. Jesus died to give us life and life more abundantly.
100%.
Like, sex has its place.
Of course,
you're a married man. You know what I mean? Like, it's
the Bible does say there is a time and place for everything.
Like when I think back, when I compare lives, you know what I mean? Because I would say I was out, outside. You know what I mean? I was moving I was living a sinful life. You know what I mean? At a point in time,
we all have the best.
Exactly. And then I've lived life trying my best to live a life of faith and trying my best to not sin. And in comparing those, like, it's almost like if you really kind of like ask yourself, like, okay, it was fun. It did fill voids at time, but if you really kind of if you're really honest with yourself, like, was it even as fun as you were making it seem? Okay, you know what I mean. You have to, you know what I mean. It has its peaks, but it has its valleys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has its valleys. Like, wait, dang, like.
Yo, there was definitely, like, when I sit back and think now, it's like there was definitely times where I labeled it as fun, but it wasn't necessarily fun for me.
Exactly.
It was just like fun because that's what everybody else defined as fun.
100%.
So it was like, oh, we having fun. Yeah, we having fun. And then go home that night and it's like,
do I really even have fun?
What just happened?
I was just drunk. I was just outside. Like, what was I really doing? Did I really enjoy myself, or did I just psych myself out that I was enjoying?
Like waking up the next day and you got a sick hangover and you like, did I even have fun? I can't even remember what I did. Like, is that fun?
Yeah, and like, there's moments where it truly is like.
There's some moments
you can ride that wave.
There's some moments when it's truly fun, but sin will never be able to fulfill you.
You know what? And I think, bro, the what helps me a lot, right, is when you look at like long term, right? So like, okay, you look at what's fun and you compare it to everybody in their in their 20s and early 30s or teens. And it's like, okay, cool. But when you look at most people after you get to like 50 and up, they all kind of like start talking the same. Like, like, you know what? Like, yo, you know what? Like, you know, like you gotta stay. They start talking very in a more in alignment with like God's way of life, and it's almost like eventually life teaches you.
Why is that?
You see what I'm saying? And it's almost like, why do you really want to wait that long to learn that same lesson that you're looking at? Literally looking at all these, bro. It's hard to find anybody over 50 who's still condoning like sinning. Most people, after a while, life teaches you know what, like, yo, I think this guy,
you need to get it together.
Yeah, you know, I think these Christians got a point. You know what I mean? I think these people who believe.
I mean, but this is another thing though too. You're not even guaranteed to make it then. So why even try to risk it?
100%. Yeah.
Why try to roll that dice? You might crap out. Everybody's not guaranteed to. Like, I had a best friend, right? He wasn't a Christian. He passed away July last year, right?
Okay.
But I think about people like him, like, man, I wonder if he would have, you know, been able to just finally come to Christ when he turned 35, when he turned 33, when he, like, why even try to risk it and say, you know what, you know, I'll just do it later, or put it off, or procrastinate, or whatever, or just say I'm not really into it and it's not really that deep, or it's not that serious, and then you get to that point, hopefully, and you figure out it's actually a lot more serious than I thought it was. Why even wait to get to that point when generally people around you are not necessarily condoning the riffraff and the stupidity that you was doing in, you know, your 20s? Like, if people generally, Christian, non-Christian, they're kind of leaning in like the same direction, why wait till then to get the message? That's like always turning your mailman away, but there's mail that's urgent.
Yeah.
Just talk to him.
Yeah.
Just talk to him.
Yeah.
He respond. He'll talk back. Just start something simple.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? You ain't got to be like, you know, super duper Christianese, Lordest thouest, how art thou doing? It's like, you just be really real. Like, yo, I'm struggling down here.